because this does cause suicidal ideation. And I mean, part of that is when your entire body is under assault from this, right? And you cannot function in any way the way that you did previous to it. For many people, their intimate relationships, I'd say probably, yeah, the vast majority ended. And some were, marriages that were quite long. The flatness of emotion, people not having any passion anymore for what they were once so passionate about, or not being able to, I've had people say, like, I love my child, but, that connection, those kind of things that are lost. There is a huge amount of people, and I know this, from my partner and from speaking to people who are almost like acting, right? So they are acting in situations, they're remembering how they used to act, what is normal. But when I say insomnia, a lot of us, when we think about insomnia, we think, oh, thing they're counting sheep, right? Until, you're having some issues because you're stressed, whatever. But I'm talking about like not sleeping. I see, some people really kind of interestingly, they'll have an enlarged prostate when this is supposed to be used for the opposite and be quite young and be dealing with that and dealing with, some with prostate cancer or frequent urination, whereas other people don't have those issues. And some people have, like you said, that are greatly impacted will have, atrophy of their genitalia, whereas others don't have those issues happening, but might have more of the psychiatric, like the depression, the anxiety, the brain fog. There is definitely a variability. I think the ones that are impacted quite severely are the ones that will basically say like the sexual side effects are the least of their worries, right? Because it's become survival and they are basically, disabled by this. They're fighting depression, absolute brain fog, physical deterioration that is, you know, quite shocking. I've talked to men who have
Yeah.
osteoporosis in their 40s, right, and have broken like femur. So things that, you know, you absolutely wouldn't see in someone of that age without some other, disease process. When they did do an autopsy on Randy, and he had hippocampal atrophy, which in someone in their 20s is unheard of. A part of the horrifying nature of this is that the families, again, because there's no treatment, there's no cures, they had gone to multiple doctors, and without any help and with, a great deal of eh, absolute skepticism, right? And, I think that the families are trying to unravel this, at the same time seeing their child literally slip away. I mean, the prostate is a whole different discussion. But for a cosmetic condition, even if this is rare, the fact that it is like when you look at the cost benefit ratio, that it just truly, we can't have things like this out there, you know? Yeah.